announcement.
What's up? It is Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Jasmine Brand.
And I'm Chella H.
Yeah, Victor Thompson right here.
All right. Victor Thompson is joining us. How long are you in New York for?
6 days.
Okay. Do you like it here? You love it here? Oh, no.
Well, Nigeria is still way on top of it.
I'm not saying it's a competition.
You might as well be a New Yorker.
But you are. So you're spending your anniversary, your 3-year anniversary in New York.
Just a change of environment. Well, Nigeria is still on top of it.
Okay. Listen, I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. I've never been to Nigeria. I can't speak to that. I heard Ghana's better. No, I'm playing with you.
Wait. I need some gloves right now.
I was just saying that to make you mad. But first of all, thank you for joining us. You know, you had a huge hit song with Gunna on it, and that was huge for Gunna also, by the way. You know, at a time when he was going through a lot, I think that meant a lot to him.
Yeah, of course. We had some bit of conversations, deep conversations, and that's actually love for him. It was a big one for him. Not just about the song, but emotionally and everything. Oh,
yeah, blessings.
it was a blessing.
Yeah, and that definitely was a great time for that blessing to come about. It feels like you're pretty blessed too.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I hear that. That's the confidence.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, I love that. Happy wife, happy life. I think I should have that on my bio.
Yeah, it's a pretty common phrase.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so let's talk about some things. You know, this is a personal podcast, and we're going to get very personal with you.
That's okay.
But first, we want to celebrate your anniversary. Now, I know you don't drink.
Thank you.
But it's also...
Why?
Because...
Do you drink wine?
No,
Have you ever drank alcohol at all?
at a point in my life when I was much younger, I actually sold alcohol.
You sold alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean by that? Like, you worked at a bar or a liquor store? Or you...
So in Nigeria, there's what do you call it? There's something we call gin. But probably when you get to Nigeria, ask them about paraga or what we call ogogoro.
Say it again.
I hope you remember this.
What is it called?
We'll watch this episode again before we go.
Ogogoro.
Okay, you should come for classes. Ogogoro. So
Ogogoro.
yes. So I sold. It's
Is it legal or illegal?
Did you just call him saying he was illegally?
No, I don't know.
Like it's prohibition.
Sound like
It sounds illegal.
Like nutcrackers.
everyone comes to buy from me.
Okay.
So
Again, sounds illegal.
exactly.
It's kind of like nutcrackers in New York.
But
Did you make good money doing that?
yeah, I was just trying to get by. So at that time, my parents were both late. So I was just trying to get by and get fast money and just move on. You know, at that time.
Okay.
Well, I made some cool cash. Just
And that during that time you drank a little bit.
No,
You still didn't drink?
I still didn't drink.
Oh my gosh.
That was
So you were peddling that to people, but not.
Just to make money.
What's the
I think
what
that
was
would
the
be just-
recipe?
Those were local gins. You know,
okay.
yeah, local herbs and everything. So I just make everything concussions and.
you probably be a good bartender.
Let's get
Right. You
rules.
were, yeah.
I used to be very good.
How do you know if it was good if you didn't ever tasted it? You never had to like.
No, so the smell
What
of
was
it.
that?
The smell
He
of
knows,
it.
like, yeah.
So the smell.
So the smell of it. I knew the quantity, everything, how to mix it. And, yeah. So I was very good.
Okay.
But I didn't drink.
How old were you?
16.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Is there like drinking age? Because I know here you have to be 21 in the United States to drink it. Is there a drinking age?
I don't want to put Nigeria on the map now, but
No, okay,
Not really.
All right, well, we're gonna have a drink, and you're gonna concoct it for us. Maybe. Can you have that?
I think I've left that all along.
Jasmine and I have to. It's it is Jasmine's birthday, but her birthday happens to be the same day as your anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, which is
Special day.
December 5th.
Yes.
Your fave. Oh, it's heavy.
You can open this for me. There's a lot of work over here. We're gonna have some Clase Azul.
Oh, really?
This has a bell on top, so you ring the bell. You know how to ring the bell?
Have you seen it before?
No, I have never done this before, and I think I'll just pass.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to do it. We're gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
We'll drink
I'll
on your
pass.
behalf.
We're gonna
I'll
celebrate.
We're
for
celebrating your anniversary.
You.
Okay.
Yeah, without you
Without-
drinking, but
I'll celebrate with water.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I want to talk about just basically your journey to get to where you are, because you actually met your wife in church.
Yeah.
Right, 5 years.
How do you know that?
Because I do my little bit of research. And then I saw a video of the wedding and everything. So
Beautiful wedding, yeah.
it was a beautiful wedding. How did you guys meet? Because I know I saw she said that she thought she thought you didn't like her. Is that what happened?
Yeah, she thought I didn't like her. Well, she loved me all along from the very beginning.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Well, she's not going to admit to that, but I know that's what it is. So we met in church 2015, and I just saw this lady. I was a music director in the church, and I saw this lady. I was like, I'm seeing her face for the first time. Let me just walk up to her and say hi. Then I walked up and, hello, what's up? She didn't respond. I was like,
and you like that.
The chase.
Yes, you like that. She didn't respond because if she would have been like, hey, how you doing? You'd have been like,
I actually love when ladies are tough.
Yeah, see?
It worked.
But it worked. I'm sure she's smiling somewhere now. And then I was like, I have never spoken to someone and without getting a response. But after some time, I left it. 2017, I came back to the same city she was. Then she got back from London. And she came to the choir. She joined the choir. Fortunately,
He was on and popping.
I was still the music director.
Oh, good.
Wait, so in 2015, you were already lit
Yeah.
at church.
Yeah.
And then
People knew
everybody,
you.
everybody knew you
Right.
you were the
Yeah.
man.
You're the man.
Stop putting words in my mouth.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So 2017, she came back from the UK, and she joined the choir. I was the music director.
Did you have to give her permission to join the choir?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
yeah. But then she was like all knowing, like she's her presence is always felt. She has the presence and everything. So she had like quite a number of people follow her. She's a born leader.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So in the choir, when I say everyone move left, she's always wanting to go right. And then
She's her own person.
oh my goodness. Then her followers are always ready to move with her.
Period.
She's a leader.
So I'm like, what's happening here? So we had some, I'm like, you know what? We don't even need you in this choir. We don't need you here.
You try to kick her out the choir?
Oh my gosh.
I was upset. I was like, what
That's
kind of
your
thing is
ego.
this? I said,
But go ahead.
I was like, I'm the music director here, so everyone should listen to me, And then I spoke to her. I was like, just leave the choir. You need to write an apology letter.
You said you had to write an apology letter?
I requested an apology letter.
I requested an apology
Yeah.
letter.
I'm going to try that.
But after
try
everything,
that.
she wrote the apology letter.
She
She
did?
did?
She did.
You still have it?
In my head.
What did she say?
No, she apologized for how she behaved, even though she was not totally wrong. She was not completely wrong, but she still apologized. That's to show that
just the
she loves.
principle.
That's to show she loves me from the very beginning.
That's how you interpreted it. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you calling that
fed
my
your
own
ego.
interpretation?
Yeah.
I am.
Now, I heard a different story. I heard that somebody else wrote that letter, right? And and gave it to you, and you thought it was her.
No, yeah, she did. She wrote the letter. I think she was leaving for the airport. She was leaving for the airport that day. She was going back to the UK. So she wrote the letter and gave to someone else
Okay.
to bring to the choir for me, or to bring to me. And I was like, no.
I want
should-
her
I
to
want
come. And she was leaving for the airport.
Yeah,
She
probably.
knew what she was doing. That's pretty slick.
She's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, she
Yeah, but I guess I wanted to see her face again before she left.
Oh.
But maybe so.
Oh, this is like a movie. So you went to the airport.
You gonna chase after at the airport? And you missed her?
But the letter came, and when she came back from the UK, I still requested she did like an apology in person.
Okay, now this is
going
ridiculous.
over.
She apologized. She did what you asked.
Yeah, but she didn't
did
submit
the
the letter.
apology
But she didn't submit the letter in person.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
Yeah, I needed to see her facial expressions and everything when she's
Why
saying
didn't you
that.
just
It was the
say?
ego.
Why didn't you just say I like you?
No. We need events to unfold to that point.
So you wanted her
We need
in person to-
See, I love the whole drama and everything, but at that point I hadn't admitted that I was in love.
That's why you're a good artist, I'm sure, too. But go ahead.
Chella, if a guy told you I need you to write an apology letter,
It depends on who it is. It depends because sometimes you just feed the ego and do it if you care, and then
If you
she
care.
was,
Yeah.
right. If
Oh,
you
I love
care,
that part.
it's just you can follow his leadership. That's cool. And that's probably what all he wanted. He just wanted to know, like, okay, she already been a little difficult, do this, and she knew what to do.
It was a test.
So it's another form of reverse.
Psychology.
Without buying, but just listening.
Okay.
Okay, sis.
What are some things, Jasmine, like maybe somebody has put you through, some tests? Like this was kind of a test. Have you ever had somebody put you through like a test like
Maybe
that?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't know. I'm sure they have. I probably failed and didn't know.
Are you good at apologizing?
I think I am.
I am.
I think I say I'm sorry before,
For sure.
I think I say probably sorry too much, I think sometimes.
Yeah, I can be like that.
You say
could-
sorry
Yeah,
a
I
lot?
can be like,
Okay. And when people say sorry, sometimes they say sorry. I know guys who do this.
The wrong way?
They say sorry because they don't want to talk about it anymore.
Right.
Not necessarily that they're sorry. They're just like, all right.
Thank God my wife is not here.
Right,
Yeah.
'cause
No,
you-
she would have expanded
That point.
that point. Well,
yeah,
I don't like when people say, I'm sorry if I offended you.
because
I don't
yeah,
like that. No, just say I'm sorry.
yeah, because that kind of like
Why can't I say I'm sorry if I offended you?
because it means they're not really sorry for what they did. They're just sorry you got offended
You're
by
like, you
what
got
they did.
offended, so I'm going to say I'm sorry, but
I still meant it.
Exactly.
But it might
Yeah.
not be my intention to offend you.
You can just say I'm sorry.
No, probably that's the way you took it.
Where is she at? We need to talk. All right, now listen, I want to talk about some things that we've been reading about in these headlines. Now, one thing I saw as Jasmine gets our drinks ready, pasta scientifically is proven to make you happier. That particular food, right, pasta, is scientifically proven to make you happy. You gonna ring the bell, Chella?
Yeah, okay.
I know.
Times? Just one.
Do you know? Have you ever seen this bell?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't
Just hit it
really.
one time?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Oh,
You did it wrong.
Okay.
You got hit on the side like this.
Okay, my bad.
That's what this is known for, the Class A.
Oh,
So
wow.
you
See,
ring the
I'm
bell.
used to the
You gotta
42,
hit it. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm cold at it now.
What do you want?
Okay, while they do that. So
I just drink straight, no ice.
Okay.
so Victor, for you, what kind of food makes
that
you
ain't
happy? We're talking about pasta scientifically.
It's your birthday.
Excuse me, Chella. What makes you happy? What type of food?
Yeah, so I used to think that rice makes me happy. But then if it's not from my wife, I'm not really excited about it.
Okay. If your wife isn't cooking, then
Yeah,
the
if
rice.
she isn't cooking, then because I've had couple of different kind of rice everywhere. There was a time I traveled to Ghana, and then I was on a call to her, like I don't even know what to order, so help me. She was like, okay.
I like that. That's so cute.
Yeah. No, every time she's not with me,
You call her and say,
yeah.
baby.
What should I eat?
No, but I've never done an international trip outside Ghana without her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that your best friend?
If there's a word like bestest friend.
That's his soulmate.
Yeah.
I saw your post.
So there's nothing I cannot share with her. There's nothing I can share with her.
You know what? That is a fact. You know when you're in a real relationship, when you can order for the other person and they don't even have to.
No, every time we're on the plane, every time when they come and like, so what would you like to have? I'm like, oh, she's gonna get that for me.
Clearly you're in first class.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly you're in first class.
So I didn't know what to,
They're not giving you pretzels and Cheez-Its. Whole meal.
I like how you just show so much admiration for her. Like,
Yeah.
You can
That's
tell you
really
really
nice.
he's really into her.
yes.
What was your
good.
parents' relationship like?
They loved each other, but
Because everyone does not have that story.
but
I know.
my dad had 3 wives.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
your mom was? Which one was your
Last.
mom? The last one. Okay.
The last, and I'm also the last of our family.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw the mutual love and everything, but personally, I don't think that one man can feel the same way for multiple ladies.
Right.
But
yeah.
I think that must have been his own way of. But I don't think I can actually share what I feel with several people.
Yeah.
So that actually had a backwards. Like sometimes you do what your parents do, what you see, and sometimes you do the opposite.
Yeah.
So for you, you're like,
It's the complete opposite. That was one thing I did not really admire.
Okay.
it comes to my
Did you
side.
get along with the other wives? Like, did they treat you like how does that work? Did they treat you like their
the
own?
family? No, yeah, the family was very cordial. Everything, all the children, my step brothers and sisters were very close. But then there's still something I didn't like in the whole structure.
Right. Okay, well, that's interesting. Because guys always act like that's an
They would want
ideal
it, yeah.
situation, especially when you grow up seeing that it's kind of what you're conditioned to think.
So personally, with my own case, I grew up with my guards up. When my parents passed, I grew up just on my own. No family, no brother, no sister, no. So I was like, you know what? I'm just all alone in this world. So I grew up with my guards up. No one coming into it, nothing going out. So I'm just like, okay, I might just, oh, what's your name? And the next few minutes, I can't even remember your name because I don't really care, because I felt like no one cared about me. But when I met my wife, I'm very good at mirroring what you show to me.
Right.
So what you mirror back to me, I saw someone a few minutes ago and I smiled at the person. The person actually locked eye with me, but didn't smile back. So I just went back in.
That's a New Yorker.
That's New York.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, hello. And so I just went back in. I'm like,
Wow.
so if you come back to me and you are like smiling, I won't do that. I smiled initially, but you didn't return it. So my wife came with so much love and broke the walls. So all the love I had inside of me, I just poured on her.
I love that. And it's so interesting you say that because somebody, Jasmine always talks to people in New York. In New York, people do not talk to you if they don't know you. And I had to explain that to
I
her.
kind of stopped. I'm getting a little better.
Yeah, because we'll get in the elevator and she'll be like, hello. And people will be like,
My goodness.
But I think sometimes they be having their earbuds in too.
No, they don't. I ain't never seen nobody with no earbuds in.
No earbuds.
Because I say good morning when people get on. Even my building in DC, people get on, and I have to stop myself.
And Jasmine does this. Hello, good morning. I'm like, Jasmine, back up.
I'm like,
Extra
good morning.
frantic.
If you don't
I do
say
that. I'm
nothing
like,
back.
good morning.
What?
I be like, good morning.
Yeah, yeah. But in New York, like culturally, we don't. Do they do that in Chicago? Do people talk to each other?
Yes, we're pretty friendly.
I feel like the Midwest is more like that
yeah,
too.
we're more friendly. And if you act like you don't hear us, then we're gonna make sure you hear us. That's all. Excuse me, you ain't hear me.
Well, okay then.
Okay.
But in New York, we're taught not to speak to people if we don't know
Why?
them and not to make eye contact with. That's just how we've been raised.
Stranger
like,
danger.
Since I was young, growing up, if somebody you don't know speaks to you, you do not respond back. You don't know what their intentions are.
My
We
goodness.
also grow up in living in such close quarters.
Okay.
You got to think like it's a crowded place.
Right.
There's a lot of buildings. There's a lot of like.
It is
I
influx
think
of
it's-
people.
The train, it's always like a rush to get on. It's packed, and you really just have to mind your business.
It's a different culture with us in Nigeria. So when you're in a space with someone, it's so disrespectful not to even say hi, good morning or something. Especially when the person is older, or you have to hello, good morning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it even has to come with sir and ma.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir.
I like that.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because it's something that I learned as I got older and I started traveling and going other places, even other cities. I had to learn to like not be in a rush all the time, and to speak like if I didn't know somebody. Because sometimes if somebody's even just looking at you, like your first thought is, what are they looking at? When they could just be like, oh, I
yeah.
like your sneakers. And you're like, wow,
true.
I didn't even.
Today I was on a
New
plane.
York thought.
Yeah.
Mentality.
Today I was on a plane and there was a girl next to me. We were coming from DC and she touched my fingers and she said, I love your nails. And I said, oh, okay. It just kind of threw me off, And she didn't mean anything, but I was just like,
Yeah, now keep your hands to
yeah,
yourself.
I keep my hands to myself.
Right.
But it just was kind
Yes.
of like, I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's not Nigeria. Nigeria, you look at, oh, sister, this your nail is so beautiful. And
It's a lot of, because like Angela's
so friendly.
reasoning is because of so many people in New York. Nigeria
Yeah.
has a lot of people too, though, right?
a lot of people.
Just,
But is
yes,
it more spread out though? Because New York
got
is
more
like
space.
we're on top of each other.
Yeah.
Lagos, we're actually living with each other.
Okay.
The same as I was telling my wife that Times Square gives me the Lagos feel.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's
it's
a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, yeah.
Have you been to the restaurant Lagos in Times Square?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, you got to go there. out here. We have a restaurant called Legos.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it, but
Okay.
I mean, know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear what you have to say about the jollof.
So why did they call it Lagos?
Because
Why is the
it's
name Lagos?
it's a Afro-Caribbean restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know the guys involved. I think they're Nigerian.
Oh, that means the food will be very nice.
Yeah. If you want to go, let me know.
Nigerians got some pride. You hear me?
I'll send you there.
Sheesh.
You know
It's
what I'm saying?
It's not pride. We just know how to represent.
Can you cook?
Very well.
Okay.
I'm sure my wife has a different opinion, but
Exactly.
So how does she break down your walls? Because you have to also be open to that. But like, what are some of the things that were different for you?
yeah. So practically, there were times when she was just all out for me. Yeah, like when I say I need this water, she's gone like 2 miles to get the full carton for me.
Wow.
Then it got to a point I was like, "What do you want?"
Right.
I asked her. I said, "What do you want? I hope you're not doing all this for anything," because my guards were so up that I don't even want anybody. When you do anything good for me, I feel like you want something.
It's
you
a
want
trick.
something.
Who
It's a trick.
sent you?
This person is pranking me. This thing is not real. You know. So at the point I was like, "What do you want? I can't give you anything." So, but she was like, "Just relax. I'm just being friendly." You know, but I didn't take that to be just being friendly. I was like, no, there's more to this. There's more to this.
Right.
But as time went by, the nature was consistent. She was consistent. And then I didn't even know I had so much love inside of me.
Aw.
Yeah.
It was just waiting to come out. It was
Yeah,
like a dam waiting to burst open.
What a description, Angela.
For real, because you got to think, like,
Yeah.
for you to have kind of raised, yourself
Yeah.
at a certain point, and then also having your guards up and never having been able to, like,
Yeah.
feel safe enough, that's like the walls come down and everything's ready to,
So I was very safe. And I felt loved.
You felt safe and you
Yeah.
felt loved. Okay.
So, and I just spot everything. And I saw that there was this mutual respect, regard, love for one another. It wasn't one-sided. You know, I saw the transformation on both sides. And
How has it changed your life? Like, as far as even your music?
since I met her, my sound, not just the sound, my lyrics changed. There's something inside of me that I cannot write anything outside God's love.
Dependable God.
Oh my goodness. I see God's love literally through her.
Wow.
So, and that's what has shaped my style of music, my lyrics and everything.
You feel like God sent her to you.
Yeah. No, definitely. I told her. So 2016, I was praying and I was like, God, I need a change of level. I need a change of status and everything. So it was like, I need you to get married.
That's what you heard God tell you?
Yeah. I said, I need you to get married. I need to position you. I need to make you focus. I was like, no. I'm not ready for marriage yet. Give me the money. Give me everything I need. Don't worry, I'll get married. Because when I converse with the Holy Spirit, with God, it's like I'm talking to my friend because that's who I've always spoken to anyways.
Right.
You know, so I was like, I needed to get, I said, no, I'm not ready for that. So 2017, I was in a relationship. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get married this 2017. So I go back I was on The Voice, Nigeria in South Africa. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get married. I wrote down the list of things we're going to do. We have this traditional marriage in Nigeria, then the white wedding, that's the church wedding. I'm like, okay. So I listed everything. So it was time. I was like, okay, I'm ready to get married now. So something happened. I could not continue with
That person?
the person.
Okay.
And that was when my wife came in.
Wow.
So I was like, you know what? See, I was ready to get married, but this person is not. So I think let's just move on. Give me what I need. I've been asking. Then don't worry, I'll get married. So it kept on. And I told my wife, I said, this is what God is telling me. I don't think I'm ready yet for it. Personally, I don't think I was ready yet for it. Because I needed some things to be settled. But then I just took the bold step. So 2020, we got married. And just in a few months, it was a 360 turnaround.
With who? You?
With me.
What happened that where you knew like, okay, I'm supposed to be marrying her? What happened?
Okay, so I told her this after we got married. I was like, there were nudges that she was the one, but I refused. I can be very, very adamant. I was like, no, I'm not moving on because I don't think she was the one. We're close friends already. We had businesses together that we run, but there was no much of a romantic relationship between us. But then it grew.
How did the businesses part even happen, right? She came back.
Yeah, so she came back, and like I said, when I sell my dreams to her, she runs as fast as she could. When I tell her jump, you tell me how high. So I was like, I have the passion to raise young people. I just want to have like a talent show and everything. It's like, okay, so where do we start? Let's get proposals out. We went from one office to the other in Nigeria submitting proposals. She has 2 masters. Studied business administration in Middlesex, and she left that and she was like, okay, let's move on. And then she has a catering company as well. I was also interested in the catering company. Like, we need to make this company bigger. So went on social media, went to different banks, submitting proposals. Let's manage your canteens and all the big companies in Nigeria. So she saw that I was interested in her business, in her life, in her career. She was interested in mine. What more can I ask for?
Right. I saw you were talking about also how being an artist is hard for people to get the finances and the mentorship that they need in order to foster that creativity and to really be able to promote themselves and put their music out there.
Yeah.
So is that how you were able to get the finances? Because you said it's expensive.
Yeah. So it's quite expensive to get a promotion, get the right people to listen to your song and everything. But no one wants to listen to a song that is not doing well. Yeah. So the first concert I did, I didn't have the personal funds to do it. My wife gave me 3 months of her income. 3 months. But everything. Said, go ahead and do the concert. Someone that believes in.
Wow.
I tell you.
She invested in you.
She invested in me.
And that's a rare thing, I feel like. I don't know, like.
Yeah, and this is the very first time I'm saying this on air. This is the very first time I'm saying it. She invested in me. 3 months of her income. No one would do that. Yeah. Everything, not like she kept some.
Right.
Because I feel like women always talk about what men need to bring to the table.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not the other way around? Yeah. When men ask women what they bring to the table.
What men do ask also what we bring, what you bring to the table.
Well,
besides,
financially.
Yeah. Financially, we think about what they bring to the table.
Yeah, financially. I think women would be like, well, if he doesn't have this, if he doesn't take me to this restaurant, if he doesn't do this for me, and that is the truth.
No
and so
factory.
For her to be successful, but know that like she believed in you so much.
She believed in me.
How did it move from business to romantic?
It was a very thin line. I can't even explain it. I just knew we're from here. From here, we're already here.
Who initiated it? Who initiated it?
I did.
Okay, good. There we go.
I did. No, but she told me she loves me first.
She said she loved you first. Okay.
Wow.
What did you say? You just like, okay.
So, this is funny.
Thank you.
Prior to this time.
Thank you for the information.
prior to this time.
Thank you.
I didn't know how to respond to I love you. So when you tell me I love you, I say, oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So most times when he tells me I love you, I just say, oh, God bless you. Thank you so much.
I would pass out.
I'm like, no.
God bless
my little feelings would be so hurt.
I love you. God bless you.
My feelings would
God
be,
loves you
I would
too.
be devastated.
I'm
like, I told him I love you, and he said,
God bless you.
God bless me.
I said, God bless
I didn't sneeze.
Thank you so much. But
Kiss me on my forehead and send me on.
It's like seeing
but
a
the
little
moment
baby.
the moment I started telling her I love her, she got tired of it.
You was telling her all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Not enough.
Oh my goodness. The moment we did, we had a traditional wedding. I don't know what you guys call it.
Yeah, traditional wedding. Yeah.
So the moment we had a traditional wedding, it was I love you from I send that text messages every morning.
Oh, that's nice.
Every morning. every morning.
Don't you skip a day now.
Yeah, you better not.
You know,
You better not skip a
so-
day.
So any day it comes late, she's like, what's happening? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Are we in a fight? Or
Did I do anything wrong? you know,
No.
you know. So, but
did you cry at your wedding?
no, I didn't
You did
physically.
Okay.
Well, my heart was
He cried on the inside.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You wrote your own vows and everything.
yeah. That morning, I sent her a message, a very long message, and the vow and everything. She's very emotional.
Oh.
That's why I'm glad she's not here now. Because talking about all this, you
She
just
can hear you. She probably in there like, no, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
My
my man.
my man.
My man. So listen, I know because you were the music director at the church, I'm sure the ladies loved you there too.
Oh, I was praying you won't touch on that topic.
What? So what was that like for you?
You know, I really don't see anybody. Like I said earlier, I'm like
Before marriage though.
yeah,
Because like you
yeah.
said, you know, your guards were up. And there has to be women who did not have good intentions who were, you know, trying to
I felt like no one had good intentions. So I was just there to just do the music thing and move on.
What about business wise, as far as, you know, anybody like wanting to do business with you, talking to you about your music, taking it to the next level? How are you with business? You know, your guards were up emotionally, but when it came to business, were your
So
guards
it
up?
was just business for me. Let's do business. Get
But
the
did you
money.
trust people for business too? Because sometimes you don't believe anything anybody's telling you, and that's a hard thing
See,
too.
I'm always looking for loopholes. I'm always looking at always double checking because I don't trust. I'd never trust anyone completely. I'd never trust anyone completely until my wife.
Not even your family members?
No,
Even to this day,
pardon.
do you trust anybody else outside of your wife to this day?
Completely.
She's changed me completely. So the truth is, I love people genuinely right now. I see the extent to which I'll go for people. Sometimes it's even shocking to me. You know, so I love people completely. I trust people now. So it's a complete mind shift.
Yeah. It's not fun to go through life not trusting anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I don't trust the soul.
Yeah, it's really not. Like, it's not, people could say that, but that's not a
Sounds
positive.
exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it was a little bit extreme. I guess because of my upbringing and everything, or the incidents that happened while I was growing up. So it just actually placed me in a very dark place. So I guess that was why for me.
I love the fact that, like, we've never had anybody come on here and talk like this about
Their wife.
Yeah.
Yes. Just
Well,
glowing. Just glowing.
How are you gonna make
glowing.
this last? Because this is only 3 years. How are you gonna make this, you know,
Last forever.
last forever?
Making it last forever is not in my hands. It's not in my hands.
God's
It's-
hands.
Yeah, and the moment we put God at the center of everything, you won't even have the mind to hurt the other person. That's the truth, because you see God at the center of it. And every time we pray that let the peace of God reign in our home, let the love of God reign in our home, because beyond the love you have for her, there was a time when I traveled somewhere, I won't mention the name of it. She didn't go with me. It was a local gig. So she went with me. She didn't go with me. And I got to the hotel, and this is the first time I'm also saying this on air. Then this lady from the reception was like, I was wondering why the lady from the reception, like the front desk, will want to take my box to the room. Like, because you have the concierge and everything. So why not? They should do that.
Right.
So my band members didn't see what was going on. So they had another apartment for them and everything. So the lady walked over and said, "Sir, please let me help you with your bag and everything." I was like, "Okay." So she moved up. She was like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I said, "I'm good. I'm fine with the bag. Don't just show me the room." So she got to the room. It's a 2-room
Sweet.
It's a suite. So she opened the first door. I was behind her. So I was supposed to close the door behind me. So she came back to the door and shut the door.
Ooh.
Do you understand?
Yes,
the
we
picture?
understand.
We do.
So she came back and shut the door.
Oh, we more than understand.
So at that point, I knew something was wrong. Then she moved on to the main room. Like, okay, so this is your room and everything. Then she walked up to me, like, do you need anything? And, so at that point, I was already dialing my wife's number, the video call. So I said nothing. Oh, thank you so much, sister. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. So I was already dialing her number on video call. I said, oh, babe, this is what's going on and all that. So the moment the lady now left, the lady was not like, oh, I was just joking.
She just left.
Then she left.
She knew what time it was.
So the moment I was going to order, I needed food. I was hungry. My wife was on video call all through.
Okay.
So no one come and tell me
Nothing happened.
anything.
Yeah.
We was on video. We seen.
So the same incident happened somewhere else again, where the lady was like, "Okay, let me take you to your room."
That
and all
is
that.
bold. That these people.
Yeah. No, with the ring and everything, they still. That's when they even want to dive in.
Right, because they know you can't say nothing.
Yeah, they know you can say
That's
nothing.
when
You
you
can
wanna
keep
dive in.
secrets.
Sound like a setup to me.
Yeah. So when we got to, the lady was like, "Let me take you to your room." And the moment she got to the door, she was like, sir, in case, I'm like, I think this will be my last trip for the year. My wife and I, we need to, and the moment I started talking about my wife and I, she was at the door, and I was like, oh, my wife and I, we need to take a trip to, she was already cut out of it. And that was when I doubt. So every time I travel without her, local gigs,
right.
I'm always on video call.
There's a test.
Yeah.
I'm always on video call. So we sleep and we wake up the
Playing
next
no
morning. So I
games.
just plug the phone to so it doesn't go off.
So you can fall
So
asleep.
yeah, just fall asleep and that's it.
I love it. Whatever works.
Oh, that's
Yeah, whatever
crazy.
works.
Now listen, okay, so no relationship is smooth with no arguments, right? So what are your
Definitely.
arguments like, and how do you guys deal with that? Because I always feel like in order to be successful in a relationship, you have to know how to argue productively with each other.
So the truth is, we've never had a major argument for the past 3 years. We've been friends for 5 years now, 5 or 6 years, and we've never had a major argument. But the thing is, we were friends before marriage, so we knew what each other likes and what
Dislikes.
There was a time she was in the room somewhere before we got married, and she was just on her phone, and I walked into the room. Then she closed the
Phone.
the phone, and then I was like,
Ooh.
please don't do that again. For me, it felt to me like you were hiding something. And that's like a big red flag for me. Please don't do that again. And to her, she was trying to respect me. Mm-hmm. When someone wants to talk to you, you say, okay, that was what she was trying to do. But I didn't understand that because of previous relationships
Yeah,
and
you had
everything.
trust issues already.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I had trust issues already. So I was like, please don't do that again. So there are things that we already spoke about even before marriage. That doesn't mean we don't argue, but there are no major arguments. Mm-hmm. We've not had any major arguments. So it's always been just some flimsy talks here and there, and in few minutes we're already.
Yeah, because I know me, like if I'm annoyed, I just need to not talk to you for a little while. Like I need a little bit of time to be like, let me just calm down.
No,
I don't want to talk to you in the middle of an argument. Like while it's happening, I need to wait a couple of hours before so everybody can be calm. So I don't say anything I'll regret. I won't say much.
So prior to this time, I don't like talking about issues. So I just keep it to myself. And when you offend me, when I'm angry, I don't talk about it. So I just keep it to myself. I just bottle it up. But I'm angry. But it shows in my disposition and everything that this guy is not feeling. Right. So but when she came in, every time she's like, please talk. Did I do anything wrong? Please talk. So there was a time in the morning, my breakfast was not ready at 10. That was the first time I started talking. So I told her, you see, you asked me to be talking, no? You asked me to be talking. Now breakfast is not ready at 10. And she was like, no, that's not what I'm telling you to. That's not the kind of thing I'm asking you to talk about. Talk about serious things that you are angry about, or But ever since, there's been nothing happening that we don't talk about. But she always wants to talk about everything. You in the middle of an argument, you want to just keep to yourself and just keep quiet. And
I need a moment. I'll talk about it later.
Oh my goodness!
I need a moment.
She want to hear. She want to talk it out now.
She wants to talk about it now. But we've never had a major argument. It's been like just little things that a few minutes we even forget that we're angry with each other. Like, babe, what about that? Oh, I forgot I was angry. You know,
right?
And that has been it.
Man,
That's good.
Yeah, listen. How you argue, Chella?
I'm like her. I got to get straight to it now. I don't want to wait. Ain't no calming down. And my partner is the opposite. He's very non-confrontational, so he's just gonna be like, "Okay, you all right now?" So he don't even.
I would like that.
But no, because really he's just shutting me up.
Yeah,
He
that's
is.
like saying sorry, but you're not really sorry.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's me.
Yeah.
That's
She
him.
oh, that's me. That's me. That's
Yeah.
me.
That's him.
I just say, you know what? You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Well, would
Like-
would you want somebody that? What would you like his responses to be like?
I would like for him to take in what I'm saying, think about it, and then respond.
Right, have a
Versus just
conversation.
saying,
Because
Okay,
that's when you got to be like, so what exactly are you sorry for?
right.
Well,
Exactly.
you gotta
Yeah.
like grill.
Then that's
Write me a
when you-
letter telling me why you're sorry.
And make sure you come
I
to
need
me
to
with the
know.
letter.
Make sure you deliver it.
and I can see you
What are you driving at?
apologizing.
What are you driving at, Jasmine? Jasmine is on my kids.
I need to know why are you sorry, and you got to deliver me this letter.
He said, "No, she needs to come
Yourself.
deliver the letter to me." The nerve of
She
you.
sent somebody.
Say his name.
The nerve.
God.
It wasn't the same.
Now, earlier we talked about what food makes you the happiest. You said rice. You thought it was rice.
Yeah, I thought
Because
it
they
was
were
rice.
saying scientifically, they said pasta
Pasta,
makes people the happiest. Jasmine, what food makes you happy?
Buffalo wings.
Ooh,
Or
Really?
yeah, or fried chicken, fried hard, like just chicken,
just chicken, fried.
just chicken. Yeah,
Some type of fried
Yeah,
chicken.
Chicken.
fried
No,
chicken.
I don't like meat.
You don't
What? You don't
meat?
like
Okay.
chicken?
You don't like meat or
I don't
chicken?
like meat.
Oh, so you
Okay.
vegetarian
No.
or pescatarian?
I just don't like meat.
Do
Okay.
you eat fish? Do you like fish?
I do.
Okay.
Just give me rice, and I don't like all
Just
the
rice.
My daughter,
rice.
I have a
vegetables.
2-year-old. She loves rice.
Yeah.
She be tearing some
Who
rice
does not
up.
like rice though? What culture does not like? There's nobody.
That's all she
But
do
but
is
you
eat
need
rice.
to try Nigerian jollof rice.
Okay. What the restaurant we go to in Brooklyn is called Jollof.
It's so
Really?
good. Oh,
Yeah, there's
my
a restaurant
God.
in Brooklyn that
It's so good.
we eat from all the time called Jollof. That is my spot.
Oh,
It's so good.
What the Yassa Ganar? That's what I get.
I
all
don't
the
know.
time.
Whatever
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
order is so good.
You know, I know. Chella,
Whatever, just
what
don't get no pizza.
what
from
food
here.
makes you happy? What's your oh, it's Chicago pizza.
Yes.
Relax. New York pizza's better.
Stop it. My favorite food is chicken too.
Chicken.
See?
chicken.
Chicken is just so good.
What kind of like? What kind?
fried wings, fried hard.
I don't mind barbecue chicken too.
I love
in the
bar-
oven.
I love barbecue chicken, but I fry my chicken first, then put it in the oven barbecue. It tastes better.
Yeah, I like that. I like. Yeah, okay.
What?
I love
Go ahead, Jasmine.
chicken.
What else do you like?
I just like just chicken. Like I just like and I like I like wings,
Drumsticks, legs.
flats, just all
All right,
flats.
so if you could eat that one food for the rest of your life, it would be chicken.
Yeah,
Like fried chicken.
for me
Yeah.
for sure.
Probably. And I know it's not the fried part. I know it's not.
Yeah, the fried part is
It's
a little
not
tough.
healthy. What about you, Angela?
I was gonna say, first of all, I love French fries.
You like sweets though.
and I love
Bagel.
dessert. I love desserts. That is one thing about me.
Fries are
I
good,
would
though.
rather eat dessert than food any day.
You would.
Really?
You eat.
Yeah.
She'll
You
eat dessert in the
bagels.
morning.
No, I don't really eat bagels.
I
like
will.
that.
You don't?
I'll
No,
eat a bagel.
Not really.
I've seen you eat a bagel.
I probably have eaten, but I barely
That
ever
ain't
eat
a
bagels.
favorite.
Yeah, I probably eat bagels maybe like 5 times a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a lot at
Wow.
all.
I don't mind a bagel.
I don't mind it. I
Yeah.
just know it's no nutritional.
Yeah, it's nothing good for me here. But neither is fried chicken. But here we
Yeah,
are.
here we are.
I love it.
Now they're French fries.
Yeah.
Now it's dessert.
Yeah.
But you know.
love this. What's your favorite dessert?
Anything.
Yeah, you
I don't
like
know that I
anything
have a favorite. I would eat dessert like instead
too.
of dinner.
You like
you
dessert
see?
too?
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't have a favorite. Though.
Okay. Yeah, that's hard to say. Like when you ask somebody who loves dessert, what's your favorite?
See, I like a little dessert, just like a little bit after my meal.
I be trying to give her something, and she's like, "No, I'm okay.
I don't.
good."
Yeah, I'm not. It doesn't do any. I need it after a meal, and not a whole dessert. Like just like a little piece of something, just something sweet at the end of a meal.
All right, now let me ask you this, Victor. Who will fall asleep first when you guys get in bed?
Me.
I feel like guys be falling asleep first.
For real.
Yeah.
And wake up last.
See, now that's the cause for an argument. I was trying to talk to you. I was trying to cuddle. I was
Yeah,
trying to have
you
some
over there-
sexy time, and you fell asleep.
You over there snoring.
Yes.
Do you cuddle? Like, are you the type of person that you sleep cuddled up, or do you need to be like?
She likes to cuddle.
Do you like to cuddle? Yeah, or do you move away? Because sometimes
No,
it's hard.
I like to cuddle in the middle of my sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
Like roll
I don't
over
know if
and
you
be like,
understand
"Where's she at?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the middle of my sleep, I just like to,
Oh,
but
that's
then
so sweet.
before sleep, she likes to cuddle.
Before, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see
Before
that.
sleep.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best way to sleep.
Before.
Like to fall asleep. Like,
I need
So I
just
guess-
a few minutes and then I need to go on my side.
yeah, it's hard to cuddle all night.
Yeah.
Chella's like, nope.
Chella, what about
is it,
you?
Is it difficult to cuddle at night?
At first, we used to just be cuddling. But now it's like, it depends.
And don't
what
try to sleep
happened
on the
that day.
couch. I will make you get up. Like if you fall
Oh.
asleep on the couch, I'm like, come on,
That blows
No,
me,
no,
and
no,
that
she
happens
would never allow
too
that.
much.
come on.
I am a cuddler, though.
You are?
It just depends on who I'm with at the time.
Now listen, Chella used to have some issues with 1942, but you stopped.
No, I didn't.
She's like, no, I didn't stop.
No, I slowed
She
down.
would call me and be like, Angela, I cannot drink no more 1942. I don't know what happened. You were getting arguments.
Yeah, it used to be a lot.
It make you
But
angry?
You said we relapsing tomorrow, right?
Yep. Tonight.
Tonight.
It's Jasmine's birthday.
Okay.
We gotta
Whose
pace
birthday?
ourselves.
And it is Victor and Henrietta's anniversary.
And we
gotta
drinking for them
celebrate.
too.
Yeah.
We drinking for their
Yeah.
marriage.
We gotta-
we
So
drinking
what
for
are
my
you guys
birthday.
gonna
have
do
no
for your
choice.
anniversary?
So I'm taking her out. I'm taking her out tomorrow.
Yo, you don't want she can hear you? Or
Yeah,
something?
but
Is it a secret?
yeah, it's a secret.
Okay.
So okay, man, I want to know so
He ain't
badly.
figured it out yet.
Yeah, it's a secret.
He knows already.
Everything.
You
is-
have it planned out? You're not gonna say if you
everything,
don't.
everything,
Okay.
Okay.
everything.
Oh,
planned
so
out.
you one of those? We likes that.
Yeah. So anywhere we are in the world, 3 years now. And last year, I think we're in the UK, and she was surprised to her bones. So
To her
I'm
bones.
What'd
so
you guys
I'm-
do last year? What was it?
Some friends. What really happened? Yeah, we had what do you call it? We had everything planned out. We took her out somewhere. Then took her to London Bridge. I had the whole music
nice.
team. Everything was there. She was very shocked.
Oh.
She was very shocked.
And she's your manager also.
Yes, she's my manager.
She's your manager. Okay, so what's the rest of the team like? And how is it working with you guys?
Yeah, so we have it's a full team. It's a whole team. They administrate the what do you call it? The lawyers, the everything. But she's always on my case
Okay.
because I don't really listen to anybody, and I don't just wear anything.
Okay.
So she'll be like, so the stylist will come and like, oh, this is what you're to wear and everything. I'm like, no, I'm not wearing that.
Why?
So then she comes with the same outfit. Like, babe, this outfit looks so good on you, my love.
I love
I think you should try it.
she's
and then,
good.
She is
and
good.
then I don't even know the time. I just
She
take
need to
the
write a
outfit
book.
and I'm like, okay, I'm wearing it.
I kind of feel like you say that so she can come in and do that.
No.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
what it's giving.
I'm not that dramatic. No.
You really feel dramatic.
Yeah, you
No,
are.
I'm
You
not
are dramatic.
No, but then I see myself wearing the same outfit that I rejected earlier.
Right.
Oh, okay. It actually
I
looks
should do
good.
like this.
I love it. So she's my manager. She's my stylist. She's
Yeah, everything.
everything.
When did things financially really start to work for you? Was it after The Voice? Was that kind of, or was it before that?
After our marriage.
Okay, after marriage. Okay.
That's 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So after our marriage, everything turned.
Everything turned. And so what are some of the first things you did financially? And were you good with money before that? Like, did you know what you needed to do, what you needed to handle?
Money talk. I'm not very good with money. If I have 10 million, if I have 1 million now, I'll call my friends and I'm like, so what's up? Yeah, you told me about this shoe last. Oh, I think let's get it. 500,000. Let's get it. Then this other one, like, have you eaten? Are you sure you're okay? You're good? Okay, just send me your account details. I'm sending you 200 right away. So before you know what's happening, I've blown 1 million in 3 days.
Right.
And not
With nothing to
not that
show
I'm
for it.
sending it on my spending up. Yeah,
Nothing to show for it. Yeah.
So, but then she knows how to manage everything. So I don't even know how much I have. I don't know how much we have.
Right.
That's that when I need something, I'm like, babe, I need this stuff. Just get it for me. So I don't handle finance. She does that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she does that.
What
That's
would
my
you
girl.
do if she was like, I need a break? And everything would fall apart.
No, there was a time she said that. She was like, you know what, babe, I think we should reverse this role. You handle the finance.
So you
Let
can
me
see what that's
like. So you can see what's like. Like, so what have I done? Did I offend you? Did I say anything wrong? No, you're doing just fine. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me handle the finance. Send everything to me. So she's like, no
It's a
way.
lie. Yeah.
No way. I was only joking. She knows if I handle the finance for 1 week.
Y'all be broke.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
It's
goodness.
good that you know that about yourself.
But that's not. It's not my fault. I just like to buy things.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
I just like to
fault
buy
is it?
things.
Just in
Yeah, if I had the money, everything in my account, one day I would just buy everything
Like,
from
what
the
type
store.
of things do you buy?
Everything I think she will love.
Oh, for her.
Yeah, for her.
Not,
I would
okay.
just, I won't say this one now. But there's a surprise for her back home
Oh, nice.
for the anniversary.
Okay.
That's what's
Yeah, I'm sure she's hearing the voice. She doesn't know what it is. So.
Feels like some type of property. I don't know.
Well,
okay.
How does her family like you? And what was that like meeting her family?
oh, her mom doesn't even call me my name. She calls me babe.
Oh,
That's how close we are.
That's sweet.
So you have like a whole, like, this is your whole family. It's not even
Yeah.
just her that you're married to.
That's it. It's not just her. So her siblings are mine. They call me anytime they want to. When they need something, they don't even go to her.
Do you feel like you're closer to her family than your own?
Yes.
Wow. So that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were loved growing up?
Yeah. So the truth is, I was loved growing up, but when I lost both parents, it crashed.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it crashed.
I can't even imagine what that would feel like.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But look, you have a wife and you have you have an extended family now.
Yeah.
I saw you said you wanted to have like billions of kids.
7
No
million.
way. No way. She loves the whole family, the whole crowd, children just crying everywhere and all that.
Crying everywhere.
There were children crying everywhere.
No. No. For me, I just want just 2 children.
Just 2?
Just 2, I'm okay.
Okay.
2 feel like a lot.
Well, she's not agreed yet, so I'm
Okay.
sure that's the argument.
Okay. Well, that'll be what you're a Scorpio, right?
We're Scorpio.
Oof. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I know. Look at
Scorpio
everybody's
too?
face. No, we talk about Scorpio men. Y'all.
What is your wife? What is her sign?
What's the sign again? September 24th.
Libra?
Libra.
Okay, I love a Libra.
She's after you. Yeah, she's after Scorpio.
No, Libras are amazing. My mom, my brother, my best friend are all Libras.
My baby daddy's a Libra.
Yeah,
I guess you've been biased now.
but Scorpio man never again in life.
Why?
I always hear bad things about Scorpio men.
Maybe, but you might be different.
Yeah.
Really?
You might be the
No,
exception.
this is the first time. This is the first time I
It is
actually
not
hear.
the first time you've heard that.
No, this is the first time I'm actually hearing something not too.
Let me Google what's.
beautiful
Let me
about-
tell you
Not
about
so
Scorpio
beautiful.
man. Hold
No.
on. Let me tell you about Scorpio man and tell me if this is true about you. Okay.
Okay.
Scorpio man. Everything you need to know
Scorpio men.
about a Scorpio man. All right.
Do a deep dive.
Yeah, let me do a deep dive for you.
Everything beautiful about Scorpio.
Oh, it
men.
says Scorpios make life and sex feel incredible, but as it goes with any sign, there are some things you may want to keep an eye out for. Okay? So your keywords are intense, passionate, emotional, secretive, sexual, sensual, deep, vengeful, guarded, loyal, and scary.
Scary.
All right, so let's talk about some of those words. Intense. I could see that.
What are you? What words describe you?
Yeah, would you say
what-
guarded?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Not
We
anymore.
talked about that. Okay, so that was in the past. Are you secretive?
Not anymore.
Loyal? Was that one of them?
Loyal was on
I
there.
don't know.
I used to be
Scorpio
very,
men.
very secretive.
Okay.
Yeah, very.
Okay. Well, this
Oh,
is
I'm looking
accurate.
at some famous Scorpio men. Some of them not going.
But see, everything there.
Who are some famous Scorpio men?
Everything there isn't bad.
Drake.
Oh,
I
okay.
love Drake.
Okay.
Okay. Diddy.
No.
Well, I'm just
I knew that look are
No,
right.
but that isn't
French
peculiar. But that's not
Montana.
peculiar to a Scorpio man.
Okay, Scorpio has a bit of a bad reputation,
Really?
Yeah.
but there's a calm down.
Really?
Really? But there's a lot to love about a Scorpio man. He might seem guarded at first, but
Oh.
once you earn his trust, you'll see a whole different side
See,
to
his
him.
wife knew this.
Read that again.
When he's in, he is all in. He's loyal,
Oh, nice.
passionate, creative, and surprisingly romantic.
my
Think
wife knows
candles, rose petals, the whole deal. His powerful intuition means that he can always sense when you're in a bad mood and knows just what to do to cheer you up. In fact, he's got quite a memory for all your favorite things. And if someone wrongs you, he'll always have your back. And he'll help you get back at them too.
You see?
No,
You want to hear the
That's
worst
good.
traits?
Everything good.
The worst.
about-
Let's hear the
You
worst.
want to hear your
traits.
worst traits?
Why didn't you read that first?
Can you say jealous?
Oh,
Are you jealous?
When it comes to my wife?
Scorpios are notoriously grudge holding. Do you hold grudges?
The next one.
He pleads the fifth.
And they tend to have a little bit of a possessive streak. And despite those stingers, Scorpios are one of the most sensitive zodiac signs on the
definitely
inside.
sensitive, yeah.
Plus, Scorpios can get a little bit obsessive and paranoid about things. Add this all together and you get a date who might start monitoring which photos you're liking on Instagram, trying to sneak a peek at your text messages. Oh, you just put that away when I walked in the room.
Okay.
You got the picture. If you get in a fight, Scorpio will bring up resentments from ages ago they've been holding on to all this time. Oh, and if you do break up, yeah, you'll probably never hear from him again.
Ooh.
Scorpios do not do second chances.
Is that you?
So
Thank God for the Spirit of God.
thank God.
But there
Some
might
of
be
that's
some
right.
a little bit of
But look,
truth there.
some of those things were true though, like guarded until you
Yeah.
get in there and then they're all in. And you're all in.
So you see, the Scorpio sign is one of the best in.
Yeah, that's not what it said.
They didn't
That's
say
not
that at
what it
all.
I'm
said.
sure they didn't
It
just.
did not
I'm sure.
say that.
No, I'm sure they didn't add that. Thing. You see,
But I will say a Libra woman is amazing. You know, shout out to all
Most-
the Libra. I'm not a
most-
Libra, but I do like Libras a lot.
most amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like Libras are a little dramatic too.
They can be.
The Libras in my life are dramatic.
They can be very dramatic.
Well, I'm a Virgo. I just thought I would throw
My
it out.
daughter's
I like
Virgo.
Virgos. You know, I love a
like
Virgo.
The best.
I'm a Capricorn.
No,
I hear
but
good things about Virgos.
I think it's
Great.
scary too.
Virgos?
Why you say that?
Yeah.
He's just saying that to try because he don't want to be the only scary one.
No.
Virgos are great.
No, they can actually be very scary.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a you
No,
don't.
most times you don't even know what you're thinking. Yeah, you
See, that's not me.
I feel like Chella
always
expresses,
know what
yeah,
I'm
she will
thinking.
tell you what she's
I
thinking
know everything, and I'm always right for the most part.
for the most part.
Sure. And we got the biggest population. It's no
Virgos?
other Virgos.
Yeah.
It's more Virgos than any other zodiac sign. And
Is it really?
Yes.
That's a fact.
My baby is a
Google
Virgo.
it.
Oh, wow.
She's going to be great.
She's going to go on to do great things in
Shout
life.
out
What- what's
Beyonce.
her name?
I mean,
I'm a
what more
Capricorn.
could you ask for?
Oh.
Oh,
Capricorns are
stop
fun.
it. What the O? What is the O for? Capricorns are very practical. We're loyal.
Cute.
Cute.
You and my sister, cute.
Okay, we like it. We'll take it. Yeah, we work hard. You
Yeah,
know.
I know that.
Yeah, that's a fact. So, but listen, so are you going on tour? What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm going on tour next year.
How do you feel with the new album out?
Ooh, I'm so excited, relieved, because it was a very, very huge, intense work. You know, 6 weeks of not going out, everything just locked up and just writing songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do it like that? Like, because sometimes people will, you know, have songs that they've been working on for a while, go out, come back to it. But
Yeah,
you
so-
went and locked in for 6 weeks.
Yeah, so I just needed to shut everything out and just take it from within, you know, just away from the noise and everything. So we used to live in Abuja. So Abuja is like the federal capital of Nigeria, but it's quite slow there. Everybody's just so reserved, you know, everything is just moving slow. But Lagos is the fast one,
Yeah.
like New York. So I was like, you know, for this album, it's an Afrobeat album. So I need like the
need
fast
the
place.
people,
I
yeah.
need the people. I need to see things. I need to know what's going on. I need the fast life. Let me see what people are going through. Then we'll move to Lagos for 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I just went out, saw a few things, and I went back in 6 weeks, all locked in.
You think you would move to Lagos?
No. My wife doesn't like Lagos.
Okay, she wants the slower.
She wants the slow. Lagos
I
is
feel
too.
it. Yeah,
New York is.
I love it.
So
It's hard for me to
where's
go.
the slow one in the US? Where's the slow? Everything is just moving.
Well, if you were talking about New York, people move to New Jersey.
I feel like it still can be a little fast in New Jersey. Not as fast as New York,
Yeah,
obviously.
it depends on what part. You can go to parts of New Jersey where it's like very. You're not going to see anybody
Anything.
unless you choose to go out and
I've never
do
been
stuff.
near
Yeah,
those parts.
Oh,
yeah. There's definitely, and then like I think if you go further out, like Long Island, West, there's different parts. On the outskirts.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in New York City, if you're in Manhattan, if you're in Brooklyn,
that is fast.
it's lit.
It's lit over
That's what we
here.
like to say. So the tour is starting next year.
Yeah, so the tour is starting next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing about 18 countries, and
Oh wow,
yeah, so
that's intense.
the album is 18 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Blessings start to finish, God's love start to finish. So that's what we're sharing with the world next year.
Beautiful.
It's a very positive, uplifting album too.
Yeah.
By the way, it's like love. It makes you feel like anything is possible.
Yeah.
I didn't. When I was listening to it, I was like, it doesn't give me gospel. It gives me like Afrobeat, secular
What's the
meets-
gospel?
I
The
don't
gospel
know.
is good news.
It does feel good. So
Yeah, the gospel is good news.
Yeah.
God's love, and that's what I've been able to bring together in the album. God's love. Everyone at every point in your life, you've experienced God's love. That we're living His God's mercies and in His love. So it's not out of place for you to listen to it. That God loves you.
Yeah.
And He's shown you so much favor. And for some other songs, they're like declaring what you want this year, blessing, money,
Manifest.
testimony. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for. You want good things, Those are declaring what you want. It's in the scriptures. It's in the Bible. So we're just bringing everything together, sharing the good news. And
I used to think it was bad to manifest that you want money. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
how? Why?
Because people make it seem like
money's an evil thing.
yeah, like money is the root of all evil. People say that.
So
and
it is not money, according to the Bible, that's the root of all evil. The love. Money is not the root of all evil.
No, I agree.
I think it's the people and they
The
characters.
love of money.
The love of money.
It's the love of money. For the
What's
love
your-
of money.
What's your favorite scripture?
For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
And on that
What's
note,
your favorite scripture?
oh, see, Jasmine?
I want to say Jesus wept.
Jesus walked. So we can run.
That's also in the scripture. That's also in the scripture. So that's,
Jesus wept.
why did Jesus weep? But that's good. That's
No,
good.
but honestly, like we do appreciate you so much for coming here and being so open and telling us things that
Thank
you've
you.
never publicly said before
Yeah.
in a setting like this, and I know your wife, we tried to get her to come and sit down, but she was like, I'm straight. But
Next time.
Maybe
Next
some
time,
other
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you'll be closing this by now if she was here. She has a whole lot to say.
no, listen, next time maybe she'll come without you,
Yeah, then I'll just be somewhere watching
Yeah.
her.
And she can teach us some things.
Yeah, she'll
you
go
know
in the
what I'm
hotel
saying?
room. The guy will come bring the bags up from the front desk. She got a FaceTime
All
you.
right.
The whole time.
Because now that we know Scorpios are jealous, you know what I'm saying? They're
Oh.
possessive.
No. But the truth is, when you trust whoever you're with, I think jealousy dies.
It's the best feeling in the world
Yeah.
when you know, like, that you trust somebody, and even if you're not there, you know they represent for you.
That's it.
That's beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
it.
That's beautiful.
That is it. Have
That's
y'all
all you can ask
experienced it?
for,
Yeah, you
right?
feel that?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
All
It
right.
is a good feeling. But I
Yeah.
like a little jealousy too.
You like it?
I do a little bit.
I kind of like it a little bit.
I
too.
like my
Really?
niggas to be just like crazy.
Not. I don't
Okay,
need
you
crazy,
said a little,
crazy.
and then you said crazy.
No,
Which
I don't
one?
like crazy. Chella likes crazy.
Not crazy, but just like you know how a guy, okay, say for example, a guy run out and get your name tattooed the next day. Most women would be like, oh, he's crazy. Me, that would impress me.
that was scary.
Put my name in your bio.
What if you
know
didn't
I'm
really like
saying?
him like that?
It might make me like him.
It might.
Because I
Really?
like that. I like people that's just
What if
crazy
you got 8
about
other
me.
girls' names tattooed on him?
Well, that's weird. Not in that case, but you know, it's like I like man to go all out, just like go crazy.
Victor, you have tattoos? Me neither. I don't have any tattoos. Jasmine does.
I do have one small tattoo.
Yeah.
I got a couple. Some I wish I didn't get. Some.
You got
Nope.
your man's name tattooed?
No, I never had no nigga name tattooed on me. Now that's something I ain't did.
Would you?
Yeah, maybe,
Okay.
but I haven't.
All
Nor do I feel like I'm about to.
I was going to say maybe for Christmas.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Now I might get married soon. Who knows? You know,
Right.
If that's the case, then yeah.
Maybe
but
you'll
for
get a
now-
tattoo tomorrow. Would you do it?
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
What if she really, really wanted you to?
He'll
Like
do
that's
it.
all I want.
If she
For
really
sure
wanted
he
you,
would.
Yeah, he'll do it.
No,
Yeah,
if
you
she
would.
really wanted to, there's a way she go about it, and I would end up doing it without knowing I've done it.
Right.
That's how good she is. She got to
Yeah,
teach a
that's how
class.
I know. I
Yeah.
gotta,
She got
you
to
know
teach
what?
a
my
class.
You know
girl.
what?
She
That
don't even
tattoo
know.
would look amazing on you. And I think with the album and the way you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I don't think she's a fan as well.
Yeah, okay.
that
So she
works.
don't have no
Yeah.
tattoos either.
Yeah.
I don't have any either. So I can't see that happening. But, you know, maybe a henna. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much. And you guys, make sure you download, make sure you stream the album, make sure you go to the tour.
Blessed.
Bless.
Yes.
And listen, we blessed just from being able to sit here and talk to you. So thank you so much for coming through.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
I cannot wait to see, because are you going to post what you guys do for the anniversary?
Yeah, just wait around. You see.
We'll be following.
Yeah, we'll be
Oh
checking.
my
we'll be checking
gosh,
in.
I feel like something crazy is about to. I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah.
Me.
Especially when they get back home. Too.
When they get back home, wait till
Yeah,
she sees
that's
what
the
she
one.
got
That's the one.
waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what she did for you.
She can be. She can actually be very, very.
Crafty,
She loves to plan things and everything. I'm sure she's done something. But
right? That's why you
She
can't be walking
She
in.
can't beat it. What I have, what I've done.
She can't beat it? Okay.
No, she can't.
Just her presence alone.
You said
is
she
a
can't
gift.
beat it. It's a competition.
Them
That- that's-
Scorpios.
I love competition.
Ooh. Our birthdays has always been like that. She does this and I want to outdo, and okay.
I
next
love
year,
that.
yeah.
Listen, I'll let
so
you outdo
nice.
me any day.
Yeah. You got it. You got it. You got it.
All right. Well, Victor Thompson, thank you so much. We do appreciate
Pleasure.
you. Thank you. It's lip service.